So, rewind 10 years ago, almost to the day, and it was Exeter University Freshers' Week, day one. And in walks Jack Beard. If my memory serves me correctly, he was in rugby shorts. Some things never change. And I think I got a nod, maybe a smile, definitely no eye contact. I'd love to say then, our eyes met, we had a moment, and the rest is history, but that would be a lie. What actually happened is after our 30-minute encounter, I left the room and I went and told all my new flatmates about the grumpy bloke who'd sat at the bottom of my bed, and we named him Unfriendly Jack. So fast forward about 4 months later, and I'm going up the stairwell and I see Unfriendly Jack coming down the stairwell. And to my surprise, he stopped me and he goes, "Hey Katie, how was your Christmas?" I remember it clearly. And from that moment, we removed the Unfriendly Jack label, and he eventually became one of my best friends. As a friend, I'd already experienced how kind and caring and dependable Jack was. I knew how much he valued his friends and how protective he was of those he cared about. Fast forward 5 years as his girlfriend, I also realised there's so much more. There's not been a single day or moment since him and I have been together where I've questioned or doubted Jack's feelings towards me. He's always made me feel secure, safe, loved and wanted. And as someone who likes to think of themselves as a strong, independent woman who does not need looking after, I've truly caved and he's become my home and my safety, and I don't know what I'd do without him. And finally, and possibly in the biggest turn of events, I'd go as far as describing Jack as friendly. One of the things I love the most about him is how much he embraced all of my family and friends. He always went out of his way to make an effort with those that were so important to me, and what a dream that so many of them are now his best friends. So fast forward 10 years from that fateful day at Exeter University, and I could truly say I've married my best friend. I feel so lucky and grateful and proud that I get to call you my husband, and you already make me happier than I possibly could imagine, but I only hope I could do the same for you for forever. I wouldn't change a thing, here's to forever. So raise a glass, everyone, to my husband, Jack.
I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Jack William Beard, do take thee, Catherine Louise Cameron Ball, to be my lawful wedded wife.
I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Catherine Louise Cameron Ball, do take thee, Jack William Beard, to be my lawful wedded husband.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
Till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
So Katie, here goes. As I stand and look at you today, the stunningly beautiful belle of the ball, my poor old heart is bursting with pride at the woman you've become, and with joy and excitement at the prospect of your life together with Jack. The special thing about Katie is that she's not just beautiful on the outside, she's beautiful on the inside too. And every day, and especially this day, Katie, choke, we're just so honoured and grateful to be your mum and dad. As all the parents and grandparents in the room will know, above all else, what we want for our children is health and happiness in whatever they do and whoever they choose to spend their lives with. And we couldn't have hoped for a better life partner for our Katie than Jack. So Jack, I know you'll love Katie. I know you'll take care of Katie when she lets you, strong, independent woman. And that's all any parent can hope for, so thank you.
My brothers and I often think our own little team, and invariably, if the going gets tough, Jack's the one that stands up for me and Chaz. Whether it be a piece of advice, a shoulder to cry on, or just a little chat to let you know it's all going to be alright, Jack never fails to deliver. He never questions us, nor makes us feel any guilt for situations or emotions we find ourselves in, instead just listening, occasionally offering the advice that always seems to be exactly what's needed. Crucially though, if we end up meeting in the pub, Jack tends to buy my pints for me, which is all the emotional support I need. you never really meet or get to know your older brother. You never get that experience of growing a friendship. Jack was always just there, and to this day, without fail, Jack has always been there for us, and it's a pleasure to have him around. He's a relaxing presence and an enjoyable company, and you always have a good time with him, whether it's a day at the races or just a hungover Sunday on Katie and Jack's sofa. A day with Jack is never a wasted day.
As Dan said, you don't really get a chance to meet and get to know your older brother. But we have had the absolute pleasure over the last few years of meeting and getting to know our new sister, Katie. And what a sister we got. Katie, you already know this, but having you as part of the family has made our family time over the last few years so much more special. And if there's one thing that I can say about you both as a couple, it's that when we got that text from Jack a few years ago, which if I remember correctly said something along the lines of, bit of a spanner in the works, I kissed Katie last night, and we just knew. Katie said she knew, we knew too. We knew that you'd go on to be as happy as you have done together, and we knew that one day this day would come, and we'd be able to celebrate you as a couple.
As described in such excellent detail by Katie earlier, I have not always left the best first impression. Given that, it might genuinely be a miracle that we've got together, because Katie only ever leaves the very best first impressions. She's always the life and soul of every party, every dinner, and every conversation, and has an incredible ability to make anyone she meets feel like they've been friends for life. I won't go back over the poor reputation that Katie so aptly referenced earlier, but safe to say I walked away from her room, like the boys commented, with absolutely no idea about my nickname or how badly I'd gone down. So I didn't mean it, I promise, I wasn't on purpose. If I'd known how badly I'd gone down that day, I scarcely would have believed it when 4 years later, she tells a good friend of ours that she would probably like to end up with someone like me. Now, I somewhat misread the situation, because I'm pretty confident Katie was not attempting to extract a proposal out of me. However, I responded with something along the lines of, if we get together, we will be getting married. Slightly presumptuous, I know, but we are all sat here tonight. Because of the friendship we already held, I knew in an instant that if anything happened between the two of us, and Katie showed any interest in me, there was only ever one outcome. From that night onwards, there was no doubt in my mind that Katie was the one for me, and I would be marrying my best friend. However, what I didn't predict was the love, warmth, and kindness that Katie shows not just to me, but to everyone she holds close. Honestly, I am so lucky. I'm a long way from perfect, but I'm also a long way from the person I was when we first met. You make those you spend time with better people, and although I'm trying, it's impossible to put into words how much of an impact you've had on me as a person. The joy and energy you bring to life every day makes the world a better place. By far my greatest achievement, and the thing I am most proud of, is that I have the opportunity to experience the light you bring into the world every single day. It's an honour and a privilege to be your husband, and I promise to do everything in my power to make you happy and give you the life you deserve. As I said at the start, you make anyone you meet feel like you've been friends for life, and I'm really excited to make that a reality. I love you so much, and I can't wait for the rest of our lives.